eligibility. Our eligibility, we must always select that a patient is not receiving palliative care, especially with the short term. We must always go through our homebound status. So at present, most likely a right knee is not driving immediately coming out of hospital post-op. So here they require they require the assistance of another person, which is perfectly acceptable in our homebound status. Our interventions are applicable to our assessment of this patient. So we definitely want to put in our frequencies. So here we definitely have already been told that the patient has an authorization for several more visits. We don't have any proper language. We can back up into this. Skilled nurse, 1 to 2 times a week for 3 weeks. We can insert that to form. Oh, but we're not done. We forgot. We hit the wrong button. Perfectly acceptable. We go back. We know that this person has a cardiovascular issue. They have hypertension, which they did say has caused them some problems. So we can just do some mild education and talk them through some issues that they may have and any questions. Because we do need them to understand that controlling any comorbidities will also help control and get them healing quicker. We go back here. They have an endocrine. We definitely want to teach them about their diet. We want to talk to them about importance of eating protein aside from their diabetes for healing. We want to talk to them about signs and symptoms of infection, to assess the incision site. These are all appropriate interventions that they can put in and they can do. We definitely want to talk to them about pain. They want to be honest with their pain and understand that being honest with themselves and learning the parameters of the 1 to 10 pain scale, especially once they start doing PT, is important to their healing process as well as their diabetes and their overall healing process. That seems to be satisfactory for us for their immediate needs. I'm so sorry, the computer is being temperamental. Now there we go, that was a good learning episode. If we didn't X out of that, it won't allow us to hit insert to form. All of these things came in. Remember, we must correlate our goals to our interventions. So we insert from template. We want to obviously advise that they're going to reach maximum full potential. They verbalized understanding with their blood pressure. And they're monitoring it and documenting it for their own records, this particular patient. Not everybody obviously has to follow suit. sorry. The patient is knowledgeable and understanding. These are definitely potential goals that are doable within our time frame. We have cardio. Oops, we missed an endocrine. We can go back, insert from template. The discharge planning in this particular situation is that the patient will be discharged when goals are met. And what is our plan for the next visit? Teaching and treatments. And of course, monitor size and such. No supervision is needed. Remember, we must document our wounds, if possible, on the first visit. And anything thereafter, most preferably, especially if it's week to week, would be Wound Wednesdays. We measure all our wounds and document them on Wednesdays, with the exception of our starts of care and anything immediate and urgent that may come up in the meanwhile. So we have finished our assessment. We will go back to page 1. We will have our patient sign for this assessment. We're not done yet though. We have to go back to home. We have to go back to our start of care packet, wherein we have to do our med profile. We check to see if they have any allergies. This patient states that he has a penicillin allergy. We can find out. So he lives in Bayshore. I'll put that down. We can put today's date because this is when we're finding out his information. Every time we enter a new med, we must sign for it. Patient indicates he has reflux. This is what the doctor told him he could take for pain. The doctor wants him to take it. Three times a day. An important aspect of our med review is checking our interactions to assure that we don't have anything major to report to the doctor. Everything checks out okay. Reviewed with the patient. The patient understands constipation needs with oxycodone and everything else that they've been on for a while now. We did this review today. The patient is understanding of this. We did a total medication reconciliation. And we sign and save this form. You have completed your first start of care. You will go home. And I explained to you that should you need a PHQ-9, it can be found here. And should you create or need to create physician's orders for anything going forward to change our care plan, there is a separate tutorial for this. Thank you for listening, and once again, welcome to Always Compassionate. Should you have any questions at all, please feel free to call the office.